Now I know I'm tired of this. I know I'm tired of the goddamn little kids stole 60,000 from me mama to buy V-Bucks, but shit. I don't tell him what he bought with this shit.
Holy 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 thanks for the 20 bandos.
He just went for 30K.
Oh shit, nah,
This is Griffin. He's only 15 years old and he managed to steal over $60,000 in less than 2 hours. This isn't your typical story of theft. In fact, steal might not even be the right word to describe his actions. Griffin didn't break into a bank vault or hack into some system. Instead, he used a far more clever and sneaky approach, collecting the money through meme coins, one of the wildest and most chaotic parts of cryptocurrency, to pull off a plan so clever that it left investors furious and the internet in shock. What makes the story so wild isn't just the amount of money or how quickly he made it, it's the way he did it. Griffin created and launched meme coins, capitalizing on their unpredictable, hype-driven nature to manipulate the value and cash out big. But what's even crazier, he streamed the entire process live, laughing and celebrating as people rushed in to buy into his coins. The aftermath was nothing short of chaos. He was being called a scammer by furious investors who lost their money, and the crypto community even went as far as exposing his and his family's personal identity. This is the story of how a 15-year-old kid tricked the internet and walked away with over $60,000 in less than 2 hours.
Motherfucking people, boy. When people ain't got nothing but time on their hand, they gonna go find out who your mom is, all type of shit, you feel me? And that be that weird shit that I don't fuck with. But that's just how the internet is, man.
Griffin always had a hustler's mindset. From a young age, he was constantly looking for ways to make quick money. He started reselling sneakers, a popular hustle at the time, hoping to turn a profit. But the sneaker market eventually became too crowded and the opportunity faded. Griffin realized it wasn't going to work out and began searching for something new. That's when a friend introduced him to cryptocurrency, specifically meme coins. His friend had already made good money trading these coins and told Griffin about the potential for fast profits. Intrigued by the idea, he decided to jump in, not realizing that this decision will eventually make him infamous in the crypto world. Griffin's journey into the world of meme coins began 8 months ago, on April 1st, when he created his first Phantom Wallet, a fully decentralized crypto wallet that gives its owner complete control over their funds without relying on a bank, allowing them to send, receive, and store digital assets, and started trading meme coins on the Solana blockchain, a fast and low-cost blockchain ideal for trading meme coins. With his wallet ready, Griffin funded it with $25 and made his first investment in a token called LeBron James. This coin belonged to a specific trend or meta in the meme coin world. Meme coins often follow metas, which are themes that drive the creation of similar tokens. The most famous and influential meta is the Dog meta, inspired by Dogecoin, the very first meme coin ever created in 2013, based on the viral Doge meme. Dogecoin remains the largest meme coin by market cap, peaking at $62 billion. Its success inspired an entire wave of dog-themed coins, making the Dog meta one of the most popular trends in crypto. Today, 5 of the 10 largest meme coins by market cap are dog-related. Shiba Inu holds the number 2 spot, followed by Bonk at number 4, Dogbifat at number 5, and Floki at number 6. In April 2024, the trending meta was based on celebrity names being intentionally misspelled. This meta took off with coins like Joe Biden, which reached an all-time high of $750 million market cap, and Donald Trump, which hit $166 million. Following this trend, many other celebrity-inspired tokens emerged, including LeBron James, which caught Griffin's attention. At the time, the coin's market capitalization was around $130,000. Griffin invested his entire $25 into the coin at this stage. As the price started to rise and the coin's market cap hit $160,000, he saw even more potential. He added another $190 to his wallet and invested $23 of it into the coin, bringing his total investment to $44. 2 hours later, Griffin's bet had paid off. His $44 investment had grown to $94. He had more than doubled his money in just a short amount of time. For Griffin, this was a breakthrough moment. It was the first time he realized the potential of meme coins, and it seemed like everything his friend had promised about the crypto world was true. Encouraged by his success, he decided not to sell and take his profits. Instead, he reinvested, buying another $91 worth of the coin, increasing his total investment from $44 to $135. His timing couldn't have been better. 7 hours later, the coin's market cap soared to over $580,000, and his $135 investment was now worth $374. It was a huge win for Griffin. He was up $239, but still, he wasn't ready to sell. Convinced the coin will keep growing, Griffin doubled down again, this time investing $218 more, raising his his total investment to $353. He now had 100% of his money invested in this coin, a dangerous and risky move. If the coin didn't perform well, Griffin still would lose everything. In investing, it's common practice to diversify your portfolio by spreading investments across multiple assets, whether in crypto or stocks. This strategy reduces the risk of relying on a single asset. Griffin quickly realized the danger of his decision and chose to pull out his last investment of $218, leaving only his initial investments in the coin. He kept holding his coins, hoping the price would rise and he would make even more money. But little did he know, disaster was just around the corner. Exactly 19 hours later, the development team behind the coin rugged it, selling off their entire supply. This caused the token's market cap to plummet from $400,000 to just $10,000 almost instantly. For Griffin, the news couldn't have been worse. By the time he realized what had happened, his coins were almost worth nothing. In a desperate attempt to salvage what he could, he sold all of his tokens for just $16. After investing a total of $135 into the coin, he walked away with only $16, a net loss of $119. This was Griffin's first real taste of the harsh reality of meme coins. He had been in a position to sell for a $239 profit, but greed and inexperience got the better of him. What had started as a promising first day in crypto quickly turned into a harsh lesson, leaving Griffin with nothing but frustration and a reality check of how brutal the meme coin world can be.
That much and got and lost that. I lost $119. I ain't gained nothing. So that means just snatch it out after they get halfway, bit. Snatch it out. Do that shit again. See, as soon as I start seeing red, too many reds, snatch that shit
Even
out.
though his first experience with meme coins ended in disaster, Griffin wasn't ready to give up. The idea of making millions still burned brightly in his mind, and despite losing $119 in his first trade, he decided to keep going. Over the next few months, Griffin dove deeper into the chaotic world of meme coins, making dozens of trades. He bought tokens with names like Stoner, Riz, and Cheeks, often choosing coins purely based on the hype surrounding them. While some trades earned him small profits, $4, $10, or even $31, most of them ended in losses. Griffin quickly learned that the meme coin market was volatile and unforgiving. By the time his first wallet ran dry, he had deposited $1,300 into it and lost it all. It was a devastating setback, but his belief in a dream of striking it rich with meme coins kept him going. This is also the exact reason why so many people lose their money, but continue to buy meme coins. They're made to believe in a dream of making millions of dollars. Even after repeated losses, the hope of a massive payday keeps them coming back, convinced that the next coin will be their breakthrough. Griffin was no exception. Despite losing a substantial amount, he still believed that the wealth was just one lucky trade away, and he wasn't ready to give up. Motivated to start fresh, he created a new wallet. He transferred the few leftover coins he had, deposited more money, and started trading again. This time, he felt confident that his growing experience will make a difference. Over the next 4 months, Griffin continued his trading journey, believing he had cracked the code, but the results told a different story. While he did make some profitable trades, the losses far outweighed the wins. He celebrated small victories like earning $71 on one trade, but they were quickly overshadowed by losses as high as $164 and $121. In total, he deposited $1,900 into his second wallet and lost it all for the second time. By now, Griffin had lost $3,300 and reality was beginning to set in. He started questioning everything. Was making money with meme coins even possible? Was the dream he had been sold just a scam from the very beginning? This whole time, Griffin had been trading meme coins created and launched by other people. What he failed to realize was that these developers weren't creating these coins so investors like him could profit. They were launching them to make money for themselves. The developers behind these coins were taking advantage of people like Griffin. They would launch a coin, build hype around it, and once enough people had bought in and pumped the price up, they would rock the project, leaving everyone else stuck with worthless tokens while they walked away with all the profits. The space was filled with scammers, and as people grew tired of being constantly scammed, their interest in buying meme coins started to fade, causing the meme coin market to decline. This was around the time when PumpFund began gaining popularity in the meme coin world. PumpFund is a platform where anyone can trade or launch their own coin for just $3. Before PumpFund, creating and launching meme coins was both expensive and complicated. Ordinary investors had no way of making their own coins. Only a select few had the skills and resources to do so, and those individuals took full advantage of the situation. They would create meme coins, attract investors who had no alternatives, and then scam them, either by controlling and dumping the token supply or draining the liquidity, leaving everyone else with worthless tokens. When PalmFun launched in January 2024, it was a game changer. Every coin created on the platform was 100% safe from traditional scams, because developers could no longer pool liquidity or manipulate the token supply after launching their coins. This gave investors a sense of security, allowing them to buy coins on PalmFun without the constant fear of being scammed. That's what everyone believed, at least. On PalmFun, when you create a meme coin, you have the option to invest in it before launching it to the public. Developers quickly took advantage of this. While they couldn't directly manipulate the token supply or liquidity, they could still be the very first to buy their own coins. Being the very first investors allowed them to acquire massive amounts of tokens at incredibly low prices. Once others start buying in and popping the price, these developers will double their holdings for massive profits, crashing the chart. Yet again, developers had found a way to scam people out of their money. Griffin was tired of losing out. Time and time again, he had fallen victim to developers who exploited hype to make themselves rich. The meme coin space was filled with bad actors, and Griffin felt like finding a truly fair and honest project was impossible. But then, an idea sparked in his mind. What if I created my own coin? He thought. Not a scam, but a genuine project. Griffin believed that if he launched a coin and proved it wasn't a riot, people would trust it, the project could gain traction, and its market cap could potentially reach millions. For the first time, he saw an opportunity to change his role in the space. Griffin was no longer just a trader. He was ready to step into the world of meme coin development.
Look, yo, that's why he's smart, boy. Boy. This little dude here.
Today's day one of working on my meme coin every day until it hits $1 billion in market cap. Here's my token, Kid Coin, and it is currently sitting at a $115,000 market cap. I launched this coin because I lost all my money getting rug pulled and scammed in the meme coin market, and I launched it with my last $20 in my Phantom wallet. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to tune in for day 2.
What you just saw there was Griffin documenting the creation of his first project, Kid on Solana. The plan for this project was simple. First, launch the coin. Use the leftover money to buy some of the token supply. Convince people it's not a rug pull, so they will start buying in. Then, only after the coin hits $10 million market cap, take some profits out.
I'm basically just saving it till we hit 10 million market cap.
Wait, what you gonna do at 10 mil?
I'm gonna take some money out, maybe buy a couple things.
What's the first thing? What are you gonna buy? Tell us one thing you're gonna buy.
I'm 15, so I'm getting a car in a year. I definitely want to save my money and get a nice car.
And so he did. With only $22 left in his wallet, Griffin launched Kid on Solana on PalmFun on September 10th, 2024. It started slow, but after an hour and a half, the coin reached a $55,000 market cap and successfully migrated to Raydium. From there, things only got better. The project began gaining popularity on social media as people connected with Griffin's story and the unique concept behind the coin. Within 5 hours, the coin's market cap had reached $250,000, and just 12 hours later, it was closing in on $500,000. For Griffin, this felt like the break he had been waiting for. If the coin continued to grow at this pace, it would reach a $10 million market cap in no time. And not only will he make back all the money he had lost, but he will also have enough to buy a brand new car. However, success in the meme coin market is never guaranteed. The hype that drives these projects can be as unpredictable as the market itself. Griffin was about to learn just how quickly things can take a turn for the worse. Over the next 24 hours, the coin's value steadily declined, eventually dropping to a market cap of $85,000. It was a significant fall, but Griffin wasn't ready to give up on his project. Hoping to turn things around, he joined 4 different X spaces, passionately sharing his story and promoting his coin in an effort to draw more investors.
Let's let Kid on Solana chill. 90 seconds, Kid on Solana, and then we open it up and go for it.
Alright, so basically I'm the dev of Kid on Solana. I put my last 20 bucks into this, you know, I lost like all my money like degenning on PalmFun, and basically I'm just here to be the best dev on Solana. I'm here to save Solana.
We got Kid on Solana, man. First time dev. How you doing today, brother?
Good, bro. I want to thank both y'all, Kid and Walter, for letting me get on the show. First, I kind of want to talk about how I got into, you know, crypto and meme coins. So basically, one of my friends introduced me to it. I used to resell sneakers with him, and then yeah, he started doing this. I don't know how he found out about it. So that was probably like 3 or 4 months ago. And then I basically just started. I didn't really know how to trade, so I basically just started, pouring all my money into, like BS projects and whatnot, getting rugged all over, and basically just losing all my money, right? So then I needed to figure out like some way to, make it back or just do something. And I basically had $20 left, and I was like, it, I'm gonna make a project. So I basically launched this coin with my last $20, and I've already 100x'd it, but I'm still holding. I want to hold it till at least like 10-20 mil market cap.
That move turned out to be his best decision. People loved his effort and wanted to help him succeed, leading to a wave of new investors. The coin's market cap bounced back, climbing from $85,000 to $340,000, but the hype didn't last long. Once it hit that peak, the momentum stalled, and the price began to fall again. Griffin tried everything to keep the project alive. He even put more of his own money into buying tokens to demonstrate his commitment, but nothing worked. 15 days after the coin launched, it hit a rock bottom at a market cap of just $8,000. Accepting defeat, Griffin finally sold all of his tokens for just $71. Not only did he fail to make money, but he also lost money in his own project. He had invested a total of $224 and walked away with only $71, taking a loss of $153. At this stage, Griffin was at a turning point. He had poured months of time and thousands of dollars into meme coins, only to see failure after failure. Thoughts of leaving crypto altogether started to enter his mind, but the idea of walking away empty-headed was something Griffin couldn't accept. He had lost so much, he couldn't just leave it all behind without a fight. That's why he decided to take a closer look at Kido Solana. Maybe it was his mistakes that caused the coin to fail, and if he could figure out where he went wrong, there was a chance to improve and make things work next time. Looking back at the chart and his wallet transactions, Griffin noticed something he had completely missed. At the coin's all-time high, the tokens he had bought for just $17 were worth $2,200. That realization hit him like a lightning bolt. If he had sold at that peak, he could have made $2,183 in profit, nearly 130x his investment. Griffin began to think, what if I had invested more? If he had put $100 instead of $17, he could have walked away with $13,000. It was like a wake-up call. Not only could he have made back everything he had lost, but he could have turned a massive profit. At that moment, his entire perspective on meme coins shifted. He no longer saw himself as the victim of a rigged system.
None more. No, if it even reached 10,000, I am snatching it out.
He decided to play the same game that had been used against him. If developers could profit by taking advantage of others, why couldn't he do the same? With that, Griffin made a new plan. He wasn't going to wait for a $10 million market cap this time. He was going to launch another coin and cash out as soon as the price pumped. On November 20th, he launched his second meme coin, Gen Z Quant. This time he had a new strategy. He bought $353 worth of tokens for himself, making sure he had a good amount before the price went up, and started live streaming on PumpFun to promote the coin and talk with viewers. His energy and way of connecting with his audience quickly got people's attention. Within minutes, the coin started gaining traction. Just 5 minutes after the launch, Gen Z Quant migrated to Radium, and in the next minute, it skyrocketed to almost $2 million market cap.
Wait, what? Wait, I'm so confused.
Watching his balance grow to nearly $30,000, Griffin wasted no time and sold all of his tokens, walking away with a $29,586 profit.
Oh, yo, it's nuked. Why is it nuked?
Holy,
You full clip.
holy, thanks for the 20 bandos.
Yeah, he did.
Yo,
He just scammed
what the
somebody.
What the? Nah, bro.
His reaction to the success went viral next. Clips of Griffin celebrating as he cashed out spread across the platform, putting him on the spotlight. Griffin knew all the eyes were on him, and he wasn't about to stop. Just 7 minutes later, he launched another coin with a sarcastic name, I'm sorry, as if apologizing for ragging the previous one. But his intentions hadn't changed. He followed the same plan, buying $353 worth of tokens, going live on PumpFun and waiting for the pump. Within 5 minutes, the coin reached a $500,000 market cap, and Griffin sold all of his tokens in a single transaction, securing a $12,000 profit. By now, Griffin had launched 2 coins in a span of just 15 minutes and racked them both, making a total profit of $42,000. Surely he was done by now, and people would have learned a lesson, right? Just 5 minutes later, he lands yet another coin, this time naming it after his dog, Lucy. Following his now familiar pattern, Griffin bought $353 worth of tokens, went live, this time with his dog by his side, and waited as the hype grew. The coin skyrocketed to $1 million market cap, and Griffin sold all of his tokens for a $19,576 profit. In a span of just 36 minutes, Griffin had launched 3 coins, rocked them all, and made $61,800 in pure profit. Meanwhile, the internet was going wild. Griffin's face was all over X, and everyone was furious, accusing him of scamming them. The backlash reached its peak when the crypto community decided to punish Griffin by buying Quant tokens to pump its value so that his tokens would have been worth a lot more, to make him regret his choice. 20 minutes after Griffin sold all of his holdings, the coin reached a market cap of $15 million, and if Griffin had held on and didn't sell, his tokens would have been worth $76,000. Realizing the missed opportunity, Griffin decided to try again. He launched his 5th coin, once again calling it Gen Z Quant. He bought $235 worth of tokens and went live on PumpFun. This time, he falsely claimed that he wasn't the one who rocked the first Quant coin, but blamed other developers he had partnered with, saying they still held a large portion of the token supply.
Alright, let me tell you why I'm launching this coin, bro.
Oh, let me hear.
The old devs,
Yup.
they over, bro. They're not paying bro,
Okay.
basically, I'm pretty sure he said he bundled it hella, and they still like own hella the supply, bro. I'm pretty sure they still own like 20%.
Griffin's goal was clear. He wanted to fund the original Quant coin he had created and rocked, which had reached a $50 million market cap, encouraging people to sell their holdings and buy into his new version, the real one, so he could rock them again and make more money. To regain trust, Griffin burned 5 million of his tokens, presenting it as proof of his good intentions. This time, he aimed to be more patient, planning to wait until the coin reached at least a $10 million market cap before selling. However, things didn't go as planned. The coin peaked at a $500,000 market cap, far short of his target, and when it dropped to $63,000, Griffin sold all of his tokens. Even though it didn't go as he had hoped, he still walked away with a $1,645 profit. In less than 2 hours, Griffin had nearly made a total of $64,000 from his coins. To put that into perspective, less than 1% of people in the early 20s earned that kind of money in an entire year, and Griffin managed to pull that off in under 2 hours. Not only had he made back all the money he had previously lost, but now he had more than enough to buy the car he had been dreaming about. This wasn't just a win, it was the kind of moment most people could only dream of. But the story didn't end there. The first Quant coin he rocked became the center of attention on X, and just 3 hours after Griffin sold all of his tokens, the coin's market cap skyrocketed to an all-time high of $83 million. If Griffin hadn't sold his tokens, they would have been worth $4.2 million. Of course, the reality was more complicated. The coin probably wouldn't have reached such heights if Griffin hadn't livestreamed the rug pull, flipped the camera, and ended the livestream in the dramatic and chaotic way he did. That moment of craziness turned Quant into a meme, and the crypto community ran with it, pumping the coin as a joke to make Griffin regret selling too early. Like most meme coins though, the hype didn't last forever. 8 days later, the coin's market cap had plummeted to just $1 million. As the excitement faded and investors moved on, this wild chain of events raises a key question. Why do people put their money into risky meme coins like these? And why did they continue buying Griffin's tokens even after he repeatedly racked them? The answer lies in meme coin culture. These coins are like Bitcoin or Ethereum, where value comes from real-world use or complex systems like mining. Meme coins run on hype, humor, and attention. In today's world, attention is everything. We live in an attention-driven economy where capturing people's focus can quickly be turned into money, and this drives people to do whatever it takes to stand out and grab attention. Memes themselves become successful because people find them funny, they go viral on the internet, and they get everyone's attention. Meme coins, on the other hand, take this a step further by turning the humor and attention into a market cap, something people can actually invest their money into if they believe the meme has the potential to become big enough to attract more buyers, allowing them to sell at a higher price and make a profit. Griffin's situation is a perfect example of that. He got people's attention by being entertaining and funny, which led to many people buying into his coin, giving Griffin the opportunity to rack them and walk away with a significant profit. Then, the crypto community decided that the next funny thing they can do is to buy as much of the token supply as possible to pump the coin's value as a revenge, knowing it will make Griffin regret selling early, since his tokens would have been worth much more. That's how most meme coins operate. With humor, hype, and trolling. Everyone who invested in these coins is essentially betting that others will jump in after them, driving up the price so they can sell at a higher value and walk away with a profit. But the harsh reality of meme coins is that while money is moving around, no real value is being created. Griffin made $64,000, but what did he actually learn or produce? No product, no service, no skills, just a transfer of money from other people's wallets to his. If you were to earn $64,000 in the real world, it will likely take months or even years, whether through a job or building a business. But in that time, you will contribute something of value, a product people need, or a service that helps others. With meme coins, it's all about getting in early and hoping to cash out before everyone else does. Meme coins are less like investing and more like gambling. People aren't exchanging value, they're just passing money around hoping to come out ahead. It's a fascinating system, but it's also fragile. As entertaining and exciting as the space might seem, it's built entirely on hype, and once the hype fades, so does the money. Where this trend will lead is uncertain, but it's clear that meme coins are shaping how people view risk, reward, and the power of attention in today's economy.
Young Buck went crazy. This Young Buck went crazy, dog. 60, bro. He made more money than, man, 63,000. Like, what? 63 of them. But I know, but I can just imagine. I'm talking about, only reason I can't say that right now, because I can just imagine $63,000 fucking dollars. I gotta get into that shit. You know, I'm gonna tap into that shit now, man. I got to, bro. I got to. But hey, man, y'all already know what to do, man. I ain't even gotta say too much. You know what to do. I'm fried as hell.